Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me, DJ King, and this video I'm going to start out by saying it's based off of something that I saw in one of Miss Q's videos, and it's been on my mind, I'm gonna say, I guess over a week now, because I think it was last Saturday. I want to say she did the last Saturday that she did Tribe Time, and she was in Dillards. And she's always singing her Dillards. How I really love Dillards. So I didn't get to watch the live time when she was in the store. So I caught it later on in the day and I watched the replay. So one item, it stood out in particular to me, and if you pay attention to Miss Q, sometimes she give you little cues and you end up being, like, oh, okay, maybe there's something I could see having in my collection or something I would like to have. So as she was browsing the selection in Dillard's, she went from Dooney, and then she kind of eased her way and said, do y'all see that? So she says, that looks like the Henry Bendel Bowery satchel. And I'm one of the ones that was not lucky enough to take part of the whole Henry Bendel era because a lot of items I didn't know about until the stores were about to close, and I didn't know much about the brand. But this particular item, I knew about it because I heard Miss Q and Dooney Attic 615, and I think Sonja Covington showed the bag on her channel. So I digress, but back to the video. In the video, she was in Dillard's, and so she saw these bags, and so she eased away. Like I said, she went over there to the bags, and she said, don't these look like the Henry Bendel Bowery satchels? And she slowly showed you the colors. It was maybe red, pewter, black, and I think the natural color was in the video. And then she slowly got to the one bag that had the name tag on it so you could see the brand was Antonio Milani. Again, I have never heard of Antonio Milani either, but I'm thinking, well, this bag looks just like the Henry Bendel version. And I was trying to Google. After I watched the video, went back, watched the video, and trying to blow up the picture because I took a screenshot. Then me and Dooney Attic 615, I was telling her I got on the Dillard's website and the bag was not real leather. So for some reason, this bag just stayed on my mind. The color black and pewter are online on the website. Something about that pewter, it just kept grabbing my attention. I'm like, okay, I know the bag's not real leather. I've had bags that have not been real leather or might have been coated canvas or PVC. Some of the other brands, they have bags that have PVC material. So some of those bags look in better condition than some of my leather bags. So I can't really say I had an issue with a non-leather bag. So I was thinking and thinking all week long, kept going back, looking at the pictures, and I'm like, okay, I don't have anything in pewter. This satchel I missed out on because I wanted it in the petrol color from Henry Bendel, but that's probably impossible to get right now unless it's from the resale market. So I said, well, let me just take a little drive to Dillard's. Dillard's, how she got me in Dillard's. So the whole time you walk in the store, that song's playing in your head like I'm about to go in there and see Miss Q. We're in two totally different states, but for some reason now the Dillards is like the theme song. So I get in Dillard's and, immediately go into the handbag selection. I did bypass some Dooneys. They had some marked down, some on clearance, some colors that I didn't know they had in there. My favorite doodle collection is in Dillard's. So, but my number one goal was to go look for this Antonio Milani bag. So let me tell you, I get in there, walk to the back. There was not a section that says Antonio Milani, but I saw the bag out of the corner of my eye, Dooney was on one side, just like in her video, and then this section of bags was like to the right of it. I looked down, and there was my bag. When I tell you all, looking at the bag online, it was beautiful. The dimensions, I was like, okay, it's a big bag. Still need to see it in person. Don't know what it feels like. I know it's not real leather, but is it gonna be sturdy or is it soft? Does it cave in? Didn't know what to expect. But just the silhouette of this bag is it's gorgeous, y'all. So the bag I'm talking about is the Antonio Milani Executive Tote, and it is in the color pewter. I just fell in love with this, and the color that you see now is the color of the bag. It's like a gold and silver mix because it's pewter, but that's the way it looks. I'm in love with this bag, and I mean, just it's almost literally identical to the Henry Bendel version. So I don't know if Antonio Milani made a petrol color, but this right here, I had to have it. And I mean, if you can see the texture, it looks like a Saffiano texture. It's not Saffiano, but it has that kind of structure feel. It's soft, because I mean, I can do this, but it does not cave in. Nothing's in the bag except for what they stuff it with. So, and the bag, I mean, this was like, I had to have this once I saw it. So I'm walking around Dillards like this, trying to see how it carries, you know, on my shoulder, on my crook of my arm rather. No complaints. Again, I don't have my junk in the bag, but I'm like, it's a nice bag. So thank you, Mrs. Q, for slowly browsing over there to this section and seeing this on the shelf and pointing that out. This bag has been on my mind all week. So if you have a Henry Bendel, I know this is not it. It's not the leather version, but if you missed out on Henry Bendel or just want other colors in that same silhouette, this possibly may be a good alternative for you. And like I said, I didn't have any of the Henry Bendel Bowery satchels at all. This here, I'm lucky to have this. And just a little overview, you have the hardware here, and it still has the plastic on it. And it has just the AM, I guess, for Antonio Milani on the little hardware there. There is a snap pocket here. The lining, this is like a tannish color, and this is black with their little logos. And this here, it does come with a longer, like the longer strap if you want to, not crossbody, but the longer shoulder strap. So it attaches here and over here. Again, I carry most of my bags like this, so the strap will probably remain in my purse the whole time. Look how big this bag is, y'all. Here is the strap. This is the inside. You have the snap pocket here, and this is one long pocket, basically the length of the bag. Take all of this stuff out. Look how big this bag is. Uh-oh. It's huge. So on the opposite side, you have the zipper pocket here. So it does not have the two slip pockets, but the other pocket is as long as the side of the bag. Okay. There. This bag is huge. So, like I say, you have the other snap pocket on that side. That's the same as the snap pocket on this side. So there's still organization, but as big as this bag is, I'm sure those that carry purse shapers definitely fits in here. You have the hardware on both sides. And this part here I love. This snaps like that on the sides. Both sides are like that. So when you're trying to open the bag and you want to open it all the way, and the classy look, let me zip it back. I love the way it looks with the two zippers together up top. I don't know, this bag, it just looks so, I just love it. And for it to be a non-leather bag, but I mean, it's great. And as you can see, yellow tag, so it was marked down. So I figured it was a great time to try the brand and the bag to see if I like it. I will say they had maybe 2 or 3 of the pewter. They had the red, one red and black, and I would say it was more of a caramel color, but it was essentially like natural, what natural would basically be. But it had more orange undertones, so it looked more caramel color to me. It was gorgeous as well. I almost wanted to get one of each color. Just, you know, sometimes when you see stuff, you haven't tried the brand, but while it's there, it's a good deal. Get it while you see it. But I figured I wanted to get this one. This was the color I was hunting down, and it has feet. It was the color I was wanting, so I'm like, okay, it was meant for me to get this. So again, I thank you, Miss Q, for doing the tribe time that Saturday and going in Dillards. And I am ready to move in. I mean, just think like holiday time and you're looking for that bag to match all the red and green you're probably going to be wearing for the holidays. This right here is perfect. And I mean, the color is just gorgeous. I have nothing in pewter, but I do now. So I am just loving this bag, y'all. And I'm trying to think, oh, the dimensions. Looking online, the dimensions for this bag, I knew the only thing I could compare it to was probably a medium satchel. This bag, I would say, is probably bigger than the medium satchel because length is 16 and a half. Let me see, I wrote it down. The butt or the depth of the bag is 6 and a half. The height of the bag is 12 and a half. So this is a decent sized bag and you will love it if you wanted to try it, but it's definitely one that you might have to go in the store to look at it first, check it out, feel the texture, and see if it was something that you would want to add in your collection. So again, thank you, Miss Q. And this is the Antonio Milani Executive Tote in the color pewter. And I will let you all know how it carries, if it's heavy, if it tears, if it rips, if it was just not worth it because it was not leather. But so far, I'm very pleased. And I will keep you all updated with a review of the bag once I move into her. And I will see you all in the next video.